Another quick video, this one's on supply. Supply is the quantity of a good or service that firms are willing to supply or willing to offer for sale at a given price at a given time. We assume that all firms exist in order to make or to maximise their profits. So as the price of a product rises, it becomes more profitable to supply that particular product. So as the price rises, so does the quantity supplied. So we've got a positive correlation now between price and the quantity supplied. We can show that positive correlation on a schedule like this one here, where we've got the price rising from $1 to $5, and as a result the quantity supplied increases from 5 to 25. We could also show this on a supply curve. As we can see, the supply curve here is upward sloping, showing that positive correlation. As the price rises from P1 to P2, the quantity supplied increases from Q1 to Q2, so the price rise causes an extension of supply, a movement along the supply curve which increases the quantity. And then we've got the opposite here, where the price is falling, which causes a reduction in the quantity supplied, giving us a movement along the supply curve, which we call a contraction. So a contraction is a movement along the supply curve, which causes the quantity supplied to fall. In this diagram, the quantity supplied has increased, the price has stayed the same, which means that something other than price must have caused that increase. That increase is shown by us moving the supply curve out to the right from S1 to S2. That's a positive shift or a shift to the right caused by an increase in supply. Here we've got the opposite, where the price has stayed the same but the quantity supplied has fallen from Q1 to Q2. There's been a decrease in the quantity supplied. The supply curve has shifted in to the left. There's been a negative shift in the supply curve. I've just noticed I've drawn that little quantity arrow the wrong way round. Okay, it's obviously moving from Q1 to Q2. Now we're moving on to look at the determinants of supply, the things that will cause the quantity supplied to change. Well, first of all, we've got the price changing. So that will cause us to move up and down the supply curve, will cause extensions and contractions in supply. And then we've got the factors that will cause the supply curve itself to shift, to cause an increase in the quantity supplied at a given price. I've broken this down into just two simple categories here, really. One will be the costs of production. So if the costs of production rise, the production will become less profitable, therefore there will be a reduction in the quantity supplied. So if the cost of land or labour or capital or enterprise were to rise, there would be an inward shift of the supply curve. There are lots of things that could cause those costs of production, those factor costs, to change. Okay, and finally we've got productivity. That's how well we're using those factors of production. So if output per factor of production increases, then it costs less to produce that product, and therefore firms will want to supply more of it. So we've got costs of production and productivity as our main categories.